Welcome to TimberTech's step-by-step guide for the Fulton steel level rail installation. When starting a project, always refer to the TimberTech installation guidelines for best practices. Let's walk through the steps to ensure a safe and efficient installation. Before construction begins, gather the following tools on this list. Prior to construction, check with your local regulatory agency for special code requirements in your area. Plan your project by determining your post layout. Try to maximize the use of full-length railing sections to reduce cutting and save time. Solid support blocking must be installed beneath each post location in the deck substructure for stability. For traditional wood decks, use 2x pressure-treated lumber doubled in thickness and flush with the framing. When posts are secured to concrete substrates, use concrete anchors, sold separately. Please note, if installing post lighting, wiring must be installed prior to securing post to deck and stair surface and installing top rail caps. Prioritize safety throughout construction. Always wear safety glasses and PPE while cutting or drilling to protect yourself from sharp or hot steel shavings. Protect the decking and surrounding area by covering them during cutting, drilling, or painting. Hot shavings can damage composite or PVC surfaces, so work away from the deck whenever possible. Use a magnet or vacuum to collect metal shavings and file rough edges after cutting. Keep in mind that shavings which are left behind can also rust over time and cause staining. Apply TimberTech recommended touch-up paint to protect exposed steel from rust. Any exposed metal must be painted. Do not leave any areas unprotected. Now, you can begin with post layout and blocking. Proper post placement is essential for a stable rail system and a balanced look. Measure and mark the locations for your posts. The base plate of posts should be set at least 2 inches from the deck's edge for clearance, ensuring space for bolts, washers, and nuts. Use a square to ensure accuracy. For factory 8-foot sections, maintain 94 inches between posts and 92 inches between base plates. For factory 6-foot sections, maintain 70 inches between posts and 68 inches between base plates. For 3-inch posts, set post centers at 97 inches for 8-foot sections and 73 inches for 6-foot sections. Adjust to 96 inches and 72 inches for 2-inch posts. Install blocking beneath your deck surface at each post location. Ensure that it sits flush with the top of the framing. Properly installed blocking is critical to meet load requirements of posts and railing. Use quality exterior grade screws and allow clearance for washers and nuts below the blocking. TimberTech Fulton steel rails offer a range of post types to accommodate various designs and layouts. Posts come pre-assembled with railing attachment brackets for line, corner, and end configurations, making installation quick and straightforward. For angled or stair sections, or when custom assembly is required, blank posts are available. These blank posts require separate bracket purchases, which must be attached on-site to fit your specific needs. If brackets are required, follow these instructions. When using blank posts, install brackets before attaching the post to the deck. To locate and mark bracket positions, measure from the top of the post base plate and place marks at 1.5 inches and 34.25 inches for a 3-foot high railing. The upper mark will be 40.25 inches for a 42-inch railing. Set the bottom of the lower and upper brackets on these marks. Center them on the post, and then mark the holes in the brackets to prepare for drilling. Use a center punch to mark drill locations and a 5 30-seconds drill bit to pre-drill. Secure brackets using number 10 24 TPI thread cutting screws. Be sure to clear and remove all steel shavings before installing the post. Next, you can begin installing the posts. Step 1. Drill 3/8-inch holes through the decking and substructure. Step 2. Attach posts using through bolts, washers, and nuts. Tighten bolts and check for plumb alignment with a post level. Shim posts as needed for plumb and level adjustments. Now you can begin the level section installation. Please note, the actual level panel lengths are as follows: 6-foot panels are 69.5 inches in length, and 8-foot panels are 93.5 inches in length. For 8-foot panels, a foot block must be installed at the panel center to meet residential code. Locate the center of the panel's bottom rail and mark a center line. Align the foot block with the center line and use it as a template to mark the 2 screw hole locations. Using a 5/32 drill bit, pre-drill holes at the marked locations on the bottom rail. Secure the foot block to the bottom rail using the 2 included number 10 self-tapping screws. Once the foot block is securely fastened, continue with the panel installation. Test fit the railing section by lowering it into the brackets. Ensure the rails sit flush with the bracket tops. Pre-drill into the rail through the existing holes in the brackets and attach with self-tapping screws. If cutting the railing section is necessary, begin by measuring the opening size between the posts. The section should be 3/4 of an inch shorter than the opening size you measured. This reduction allows for the necessary clearance when placing the section into the support brackets. Next, locate the center of the section you plan to cut. This can be either the center of a baluster or the midpoint between 2 balusters. Choose the option that results in the most visually pleasing spacing between the post and the nearest baluster on both ends. Once you've determined the best layout, temporarily mark the section for cutting to ensure balanced spacing from the posts to the nearest baluster on each end. To achieve the required 3/4 inch clearance, mark and cut 3/8 of an inch less from each end of the section. As you finalize your layout, ensure there is a minimum of 1 3/8 inches in between the posts and the nearest baluster on each end. If needed, you can temporarily clamp the section onto the posts to verify the spacing and make adjustments before cutting. Be sure to use care when clamping to avoid marring or damaging the finish. Finally, with your marks confirmed, cut the rail section according to the measurements. By following these steps, you'll create a section that fits securely and looks balanced with the support brackets. For best results, use a jigsaw with a 12 TPI metal blade or a portable bandsaw with a 24 TPI cutting blade to make cuts. After cutting, file edges, apply touch-up paint, and clean up shavings before installing the section. Pre-drill with 5/32 drill into the rail through the existing holes in the brackets and attach with number 1024 self-tapping screws. Snap bracket covers into place over the brackets. Using the techniques previously shown, install bracket covers on each bracket to complete the level section. Complete these final steps to finish your installation. Install post caps and skirts to complete the look. Remove all metal shavings from the deck surface and surrounding area to prevent rust or damage using a magnet, vacuum, or soft cloth. Wipe down and clean railing sections. Perform a final check to ensure all components are secure, level, and properly aligned. With all of this in mind, you can successfully install your TimberTech Fulton steel level rails. For additional details, review the TimberTech installation guides and videos. Thank you for choosing TimberTech for your project.